welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. Okay, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and then also I want to use the opportunity to render my apology. I have not uploaded any video this season. The work was just much, and that's why we've not uploaded. So we're very sorry you've not been seeing us, but we are back again. Okay, we had a lot of thing we were doing. Like about 9 of my girls graduated this season, and the graduation ceremony took a lot of time. And not only that, we had to try to finish customers' clothes and all that. So we are very sorry for not uploading video, but we are back. This time we're back with a lot of goodies, and also I will be posting some of those pictures of my graduates, the clothes they made and all that. And so, okay, if you are living around Owerri and you're looking for where to start up your fashion school, Listener Fashion House, Listener Fashion School is located at Ubomiri, Mbitolo, Imo State. So you can just come around this season. Our class starts on the 10th of January. Okay, so in today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how I arrive at this beautiful brooch you're seeing here. That's okay. We'll just go to the cutting table, so I'll just show you all the items we are going to use today. All right, so please don't go anywhere, and make sure you subscribe if you're a new beginner, so that you always get our uploads. Okay, subscribe, hit the red button, bell below, so you always get our notification. I'll see you right in the class. So these are some of my graduates. These are their dresses. So it's looking so beautiful. Okay, and our courses for January has also started. It started since last week. So if you're interested, living very close to where you can call us up. Okay, all right. So I'll be dropping my number so that you get it in colors. So these are the items I'll be working with. This is called copper wire. Okay, this is a copper wire. I'm using this. It's a copper wire. I'm using this. This is 90 mm. Okay, so I'm using this copper wire. I have my pen, and then I'll be using this big scissors to cut my copper wire. Okay, but if you have a plier, you can use. And then I have my tape, and this is the net I'm working with. If you can see on the picture, the petals are looking transparent, so I'll be using this. Okay, and I'll also be using an organza. I'll use this organza will serve as my lining, so I'll be using this as my lining. Okay, so this is serve as my lining, and this is the fabric I'll be using. All right, so these are the items I'm using. So right now I'm going to grab myself a pattern paper, draft out the petal. I'll show you how to draft out the petal. So we'll set this aside, and then we'll draft out the petals. I'll be drafting out this petal shape with the help of my ruler. Okay, you can decide to make your petals small, but if you look at the picture I have, this particular one is not actually small. It's somehow medium size. So I'll just fold my paper into two. I'll fold into two this way, and then from here I'll use my okay, and then I'll bring it this way. You can decide to still reduce it if you think it's too much. So I'll cut off. So on the bottom area, I'll just make it this way. Somehow simple. think I'll just be creative with your own. I think I'll make it straight here. Okay. I think it's looking fat. Let me reduce it a little on this area. Okay, so I have exactly what I want. So this is what I want. So I'll be using this to cut out the fabric. I'll use it to cut out one. So once I'm done cutting this out, I'm going to use this organza to line them up. I'll use this organza. You know, organza is thicker than the net, so I want it to give it a little stiffness. Not really stiff, but at least to make it look a little stronger. That's why I'm using the organza. So I'll just lay them and then I'll cut it. I'll be needing about 25 of this because of the kind of pattern I'm making. You can decide to make more than that. So right now I'm going to cut them out. So I'll cut it out. And as I'm cutting, I am pinning it together so that it won't be difficult while I am trying to sew it. So as I'm cutting it out, I'm going to pin it together so that it won't be difficult while I'm sewing. So you can see, once I cut out, I pin so that the two of them can be very equal. So make sure you pin while you cut out the way I'm doing. Once you cut out, you just pin. Alright, so I'm through with cutting all of them. Okay, and I had to pin both the organza and the net fabric. Okay, so I'll be using the organza to turn it up. You can decide to do as many as you want, depending on what you're working with. Okay, so I'm going to go right to my machine and I'll start stitching them all together. So let's go together and stitch them together. So I'm going to stitch this way. Okay, I'll use the organza to do the lining, and I'll just use pin to hold it so that it doesn't move while I'm sewing. So as you can see, I've sewn this one right round. Actually, I use the matching thread, but as if the thread is darker, so try and use the matching thread. It up and iron it so you can see. These are all of them. Alright, so I'm through with sewing it. Remember, this place is organza, while here is the net fabric I'm using. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take it to the machine. You can see where the thread I sewed through, and I turned it up and ironed this. What I'll do now, I'm going to stitch on top of it here. The reason I'm doing that is so that I'll create another channel. I don't know if you understand me. I'll create another channel here so that I can put in my my wire. So right now I'll take it to the machine, I'll sew it this way, and put my put the wire on it. Remember, I cut out net fabric and organza fabric, so you can see this place is the organza, this is the net. I stitched it round and then I trimmed it very well, turned it out, gave it a very nice press, and then right now I'm just going to sew through this place to create a little channel for my wire. So let's go create it. All right, so these are the petals. I'm through with running the stitch, so I finished ironing it and then I started bringing it in threes. I'll show you how I got all this. Okay, I decided not to use this copper. The color was showing very much, so I decided to use this, the fishing line, this big one, 1.2 mm, 1.20 mm. That's what I finally used. If you are going to use this, I think you should use it on clothes that are not transparent, like Ankara and all that. Okay, and so I ended up using this particular one, and it gave me a very nice effect. You can see it's also standing very well. So right now I'm going to show you how I was able to hold them together this way. So all these ones, I've hold them together, hold all those ones together like roses and all that. So this four, I'm going to show you how I arrived at this. So I'm going to grab my needle. As you can see, the fishing line is still on it. Okay, like that channel I created. Okay, I added the fishing line on it. So I'm going to start sewing it now. So what I did was I brought it this way, and then I gathered from the beginning here. I gathered, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I gathered it together this way, and then I drag. So this is one. Okay, so just drag it, and then I get another one. I'm going to start from the same place again. I am going to gather, and if you are doing, please consider the front. I want it to look this way. So this is the front of my work. Okay, I wouldn't want to use that organza part. I want to use the net, so I'll just gather this way. Just take your time. So I'll make sure that they are facing each other. If you understand what I mean, I make sure that the front side is also facing the front side. So I'm going to try to notch it a little before I add another one. So just try and hold it. Just to make it look firm. So this is it. So I'm going to add the next one around this area. So I'm going to start from here. I'll go this way. So I have 3 now. I'll just try and arrange it. So as you can see, now I'll put the last one on the middle. So I'll go the same way also. So I now have 4 of it together. So now I'm going to tack it and make it strong. And this is it, okay? So I'm going to start attaching it to our dress. You can decide to attach it on a blouse, on a gown, on a corset. So I'm going to attach it on a dress. I'm going to show you how to attach them. Alright, so I'm going to start from here. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to attach this one. I'll be using needle and thread to attach it because I wouldn't want my bride to feel disappointed on the day of our wedding. Maybe she's dancing, one will just fall down. You know, that kind of a thing. So I'm going to use needle and thread to attach. So if you're doing your own, please use needle and thread to attach. So I am done with fixing it. I'm going to add some little embellishment to it. I'm going to cut out some parts of the Indian George. I just use it and just to make the mouth look more beautiful. So I'll show you the finished look. Alright, we've come to the end of the tutorial. This is the finished look. If this tutorial was very helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and also share with your soulmates. I'll see you again in my next class. My name is Cynthia. Bye.